Dear students, my name is Ainur Yesbolova and I'm Associate Professor of Management and Marketing Department of им.Ауезова, South Kazakhstan University. And discipline is marketing research, and one of theme we will consider that's sampling, design and procedure. And plan of our classes today consists of two questions: the sampling design process and choosing the non-probability versus probability sampling. And here just introduction to sampling. What does mean it? We just consider it's a definition. And here just sampling is the process of selecting a subset of individuals or elements from a larger population to represent this population. And here just purpose is to gather data that can be generalized to the larger population without the need for a full just a census. And here just the importance of sampling reduces the cost and time of data collection and makes large-scale research manageable and provides insights that can be generalized to the entire population. And here just the types of sampling, probability sampling and non-probability sampling here. And every member of the population has a known non-zero chance of selection is a probability sampling. And here just non-probability sampling, it's not all members have a known or equal chance of being selected. And probability sampling techniques is simple random sampling. It means that every member of the population has an equal chance of selection. Systematic sampling, it's selecting every just a member from a list. And here just stratified just sampling is dividing the population into strata and sampling from each stratum. And cluster sampling is dividing the population into the cluster and sampling entire clusters. And simple random sampling is to create a sampling frame, a list of all population members, random selection, use random member, just a number generators or other methods. Here just advantages and disadvantages of simple random sampling is minimizes selection bias, and here disadvantage can be just impractical for large populations. And the systematic sampling is a process. We can just consider to determine just sample size, select every just non-member. Advantages is and disadvantages of the systematic sampling here is shown on this slide. Here just determine the sample size, decide on the sample size in interval. Select every just a member, choose a member or at regular intervals. Advantages of this systematic sampling is simple to implement, and disadvantage risk of periodicity just affecting results. Stratified just sampling is a divide population into stratum. Sample from each stratum just proportionally or equally, and advantages ensures representation across key subgroups, and disadvantages is requires detailed population information. And cluster sampling is a divide population into clusters, naturally occurring groups, and sample cluster randomly select cluster and include all members from selected clusters. Advantage is cost effective for just a geographically just dispersed population geographically, and the disadvantage is less precise than other methods. And non-probability sampling techniques is selecting individual who are easiest to reach and judgmental sampling is selecting individual based on the researcher's judgment. And snowball sampling using referrals from initial subjects to recruit further participants. And convenient sampling is a process, just select participants, choose the individuals who are readily available, and the advantage is easy and quick to implement. Disadvantage may not be representative of the population. And judgmental sampling is a process, use expertise, choose individuals based on expert judgment. Advantages can be useful for specialized population, and disadvantages high risk of bias. And here just a snowball sampling is initial participants start with a few subjects, recruit referrals, and ask participants to refer just others. Advantages is useful for hard to reach population. and disadvantages may introduce bias and lack of generalizability. And here just sample size determination is factor in fluid size. Is a larger population may require larger samples. And here just calculating sample size is formulas and tools. Use formulas involving population proportion, confidence level, and margin of errors. Use formulas involving population standard deviation, confidence level, and margin just of error. And software tools you can just using in calculate sample size is SPSS are online calculators. Sampling procedure steps is define population, select sampling frame, choose sampling methods, and conduct sampling. The first one is identify the target population, create a comprehensive list of population members, and decide on the sampling techniques. Implement the sampling process. And sampling frames definition, a list of database, just a list or database that contains all members of the population. And importance of sampling frame is ensures that every member has a chance to be selected, and challenges is maybe incomplete or outdated. And types of bias is selection bias. It's a non-random selection of participants. And here just coverage bias, incomplete sampling frame, and solution use random sampling methods, update sampling frames. And validity and reliability in sampling. And first one is the validity ensures that sample accurately represents the population. And reliability consistency of sampling just result of repeated samples. Implementing the sampling plan is follow just the planned sampling procedures. Ensure just adherence just to the sampling plan and address issue as they arise. And here just data collection and management, collect data using the selected sample and organize and store data systematically. And here just in process analyzing sample data is techniques is descriptive statistics and inferential statistics, and descriptive statistics is summarize and describe the data and make just the inferences about the population based on sample data. And here just the reporting sampling result is components is a sample description, characteristic of the sample, methodology, it's sampling methods used, and result and implication, its findings and their significance. Here just ethical consideration in sampling ensure participant and are aware of their involvement and protect the privacy of participants. And challenge in sampling is common issues, failure to obtain responses from selected participants, difference between the sample and the population. And here just we can see that solution to sampling challenges is non-response issues. It means just failure to obtain response from selected participants. And solution will be just follow-up, send reminders and follow-up messages, and offer incentive to encourage participation and make the survey short and easy to complete. And here just we consider the first one, non-response issues, and now we consider the sampling errors. And here just description differences between the sample and the population, and solution will be like increase sample size and stratify just sampling. And first one is increase sample size, larger samples, reduce sampling errors, and ensure representation of all subgroups. And here just a selection bias is a non-random selection of participants, and solution will be just to use random selection methods and adjust for represented groups. And here just we can see this coverage bias is one solution to sampling challenges, and incomplete sampling frame, and solution will be update sampling frame regularly, regularly update and validate just the sampling frame, and use multiple sources to create a comprehensive list. And here just incomplete data, it will be just missing or incomplete data from participants, and data in just imputation just use a statistical method to estimate missing values. And follow up, of course, it's contact participant to fill in missing data. And here just innovation in sampling methodologies. We can see that big data integration, adaptive sampling, machine learning and AI, mobile, and online sampling. And here just we can see that leveraging just large complex data sets for sampling. It's a big data integration, and benefits of this increased sample size, real-time data and richer insights. And we can see that adaptive sampling, its benefit of this innovation will be just more efficient and responsive sampling. And here just machine learning and AI, the benefit of this innovation will be just increased precision and reduce bias. And last one is mobile and online sampling. Its benefit of this innovation will be just convenience, broader reach and faster data collection. And here just in conclusion we can say that the design and procedure of sampling play a foundational role in the integrity and success of research. By understanding and implementing robust sampling techniques, researchers can ensure their studies are both scientifically rigorous and practically feasible. And thank you for your attention.